Hey, fifth grade, let's take a look at our mini metric Olympics for today. Uh, you can see we have competitor, team captain. Remember, typically we would have teams. Right now, if you did print this page off, you can just write your name. If for whatever reason you can't print it, just go on a sheet of paper and you can just write one paper plate discus, and you can just write out the estimate, actual, and the score, which is the difference. Um, and you can just make that yourself. You don't have to draw the pictures. Um, so these are the 6 events that we're going to be doing today. So we're going to have paper plate discus, paper straw javelin, cotton ball shot put, right-handed marble grab, left-handed sponge squeeze, and big foot contest. Now, like I said, you just need to make this work. Okay, you might not have exactly the right materials, and that's okay. All right, I totally understand that, and you're just trying to do the best that you can with it. So let's take a look at our um, our first contest, and I'm going to kind of explain what happens. So it says paper straw javelin throw. So place your feet on starting line. Now that starting line just needs to be a place that you mark where you're going to measure from. Okay, you throw the javelin, so you throw your paper straw, and you do it once. Then you estimate the distance in centimeters. Okay, you just need to guess how far you think that you threw the javelin, and then you record it. And then you measure the distance from the starting line to the position of the javelin, where it actually landed. Okay, so then you go up here. So let's say you throw it, and you're like, man, I think I threw that 200 centimeters. You'd write 200, right? Then you measure the actual, and let's say it's 180. Your score has to be the difference. So you take the bigger number and you subtract the smaller number. So in this example, the bigger number was my estimate of 200 and my actual smaller 180. So I take the bigger number, subtract the smaller number, so 200 minus 180. So I'd have a difference. My score over here would be 20. And you do that for each one. Okay, so that's the paper straw javelin. Okay, here's the next one. Again, you place your feet at a starting line and you throw the discus. So you throw the paper plate and you do it once. Then you estimate the distance in centimeters that you think it went. You write the estimate, then you write what it actually went. Again, you'd go up and you would record that on your recording sheet, and then you'd find the difference between the two. Remember, you're subtracting the smaller number from the bigger number. So the bigger number goes first, and then you take away the smaller number. Cotton ball shot put, same idea. You place your feet on a starting line, you throw the cotton ball, you throw it once, you estimate how far it went, and then you record, and then you measure it where it actually is, and then you find the difference. Right-handed marble grab. Okay, now this is one where it might get a little tricky. It said, with the right hand only, grab a fistful of marbles from the container. Place marbles on a balanced scale. Now, not everyone might not have a balanced scale. You might not even have a scale. Okay, you might not even have marbles, and that's okay. So an example that I had is, what if instead of grabbing marbles, what if I play golf, so what if I have some golf balls? What if I grab some golf balls in my hand, and then all you have to do is go online and just look up the average weight of a golf ball. So you're going to estimate what you think it is in your hand. So I'll grab them. I grab 4 golf balls in my right hand, and I estimate how many grams I think it is. And then I go look, and I look up the average weight of a golf ball in grams, and I just multiply that by however many I grabbed. Okay? Of course, you can use a calculator for that if you need to. And then you just measure what it actually is. So your estimate, what it actually is, or what you use Google to help you with, and then you find the difference. Okay? Again, just try to make it work the best that you can. Okay? And if it doesn't go well, that's okay. I totally understand. All right? It's just a fun activity. So make sure we're not stressing out over it. All right? Now we have the left-handed sponge squeeze. So you have a sponge soaking in a large bucket of water. Squeeze the sponge into a separate container. One squeeze only. So that you put it into a bowl, something like that. Then you estimate the amount of water in milliliters you squeezed out of it. Okay. Now, what I would say is, I shouldn't have said a bowl. Maybe like squeeze it into a measuring cup and just estimate how many milliliters you think it is, and then see how much of that measuring cup it's filled. So like if you have, a full cup and you end up doing 2/3 of the cup, then you just look up what's 2/3 of a cup to milliliters on Google, and it'll let you know. Okay. All right, now this one. This one gets a little tricky. It says Bigfoot was here. So remove one shoe, trace around your foot on a square centimeter graph paper. Now, not everyone has that. Okay. If you can Google square centimeter graph paper and you can print off a sheet because you have a printer at home and you can do that, great. If not, just try the best that you can. And really what it would end up being is that you would measure and like make your foot into a square, the area that it takes up. And then to find the area, you just need to find the length and the width, the two sides, and you multiply them. Okay? You estimate, find what it actually is, and then again find the difference. And I believe, yep, that is the conclusion for what we're going to do today. Like I said, this last one could be a little tricky. Just try the best you can. Things probably aren't going to go perfectly on this. Okay? And that's totally fine. By the way, this 3 is supposed to be a G. That's grams again. Okay? But anyway, things might not go completely perfectly on this. And that is absolutely okay. It's just a fun activity for the end of the year that I just want you to try the best that you can. So don't think that I'm going to make a big deal if you did something wrong, if for whatever reason you can't do one of these. Just let me know. I totally understand. The last thing that you need to do is you need to take all of your differences. You need to add all of them up for what your total difference was. So don't think of trying to convert these units or anything crazy like that. Whatever the numbers are, just add the numbers. Don't worry that it's centimeters and grams and milliliters and centimeters squared. Not a big deal. Just add the numbers. Okay? When you're done with that for today, I want you to take a picture of this scoring sheet or the scoring sheet that you made because you didn't print this off and share it to me on Seesaw. Best of luck, and I hope everyone enjoys our mini metric Olympics.